Welcome back everyone. I played in Finnish Nationals last Saturday and got to top 8 with Levia. That was very fun. I wasn't sure if I would get that far, but I did. So here we are. I am going to show you my deck and give something that I realized and think of these cards I used in there. I hope my deck will be coming to the Flesh and Blood site soon. That would be awesome. But I'll put it in the beginning of this video also, so you can copy this if you want to. But it's basically what Mansant has been building. He has lots more insight for this deck than I do, but I can give you my thoughts about this deck too. But you should watch Mansant if you want to be great Levia, because I go with the feeling and he go with the thought and maybe with the feeling too, but he has some ideas and some math behind things, but I just play with the feels, and thanks to him I played this character. And may I thank the Finnish meta being so healthy. All the heroes were represented and the top 8 was all different heroes, so that was so nice. I maybe do a video about that too soon, let's hope at least. But let's get right into the deck. So mandible claws, the only weapons I used. Nothing special, but they are great with the Blood Rush Bellow. So these are the only reason that these are in. So this combination. If you play these, play these. If you play these, play these. That's my opinion. Nothing too special. Hats. There are many great hats for Levia. I understand that the Hope Merchant's hood, which Mansant has been represented, this has been one of my favorites. It's a common equipment, but it is so important in Levia, because you may draw a bad hand and you want to change it when you're hitting the enemy, and if you don't have blood depth, something that you can turn it off with. That's a great card for it. I haven't used my Skullcap in any other tournaments before, because I have found out that Levia is the worst enemy of her deck, so that's why, for example, this is better in most matchups. But if you make this as consistent as Mansant has been made, so it is a possibility to use Arcanite Skullcap, and it's 3 armor, so against Katsu and Briar this one is very nice. I love it. This was a lifesaver. You won't believe it, but we had Kano in our bracket, and he won 2 players because I was the first one who ran 3 null runes, so 2 plus 1. So I can put 1, 2 or 3. So thank you, Mansant. You saved my butt there. Literally. It was fun game. I took intelligence penalty for 2 for the game, because I drew at the beginning of my turn, and then I just got the judge that I messed up. But yeah, other than that, it went very great, and the Kano player was so nice. I hope I'll see him again playing something fun, maybe Kano too. And yeah, Carrion Husk. I don't have Fenda's Spring Tunic, but it didn't feel as much a requirement as Carrion Husk is, so I managed to do without it. I want the Fenda's Spring Tunic, don't get me wrong, and I would add it to my deck. I love that too. And of course, Scabskin Letters and Gambler's Gloves. This is just the best combination for Levia currently. I hope there will be something nice to put hands on, or something to change this, because this is a nice combination, don't get me wrong, but I want something maybe cooler than these. But the 3 armor is also always great, so these are great equipment also. 3 hats, that's something I like. So thank you, Mansant, you helped me out there. Let's go to the shadow cards. Doomsday. I use this only maybe on the longer games, or in the, so if I don't change my deck, I will use this there, but if there is an aggro deck against me, then I just put this one away. And well, this is on the core, always, never goes away. And mostly I think I did never change these guys away. These are something that I always love. Hall from the Beyond is definitely something that I'm keeping in the deck almost always. Ghostly Visit, I didn't need to roll scab skins on this tournament a lot, so Ghostly Visits never came to too much. This is the card that you don't remember until it's missing, so it's not bad card, but it comes in handy sometimes when you need it. So that's why Ghostly Visit are still in the deck, and Monarch had better insight why, but I feel like when you don't have them, you need them. So I used this in the Bravo matchup. It felt like, yeah, why not? This is something that I can still change in the future. I used 3 unmovables before, but now I have only 1 unmovable and 1 Guardian of the Shadow Realm. This wasn't bad card. It's decent. It's 2 cost 6. Let's go to the defense reactions, because there were a bridge for it. Yeah, here we are. So 1 unmovable, as I said. And then I was prepared for all the Katsus and Briars. I put these 6 in. But I realized that this many may cripple my game plan that I will whiff if I play this many of these. So I think I may change the number, or just change like these to Paragym Beatles, as Mansan said that one might work against Briar, maybe. I'm not sure. I went for the race. It was poor race, I would say, and I lost it. I don't know. Should we play little slower against Briar or go as fast as possible? Because I tried the as fast as possible technique. I got so good hands that made so much damage and not taking blood depth to the Briar, but still, even though he defended some, I lost the race somehow, so I don't think the race is possibility. Fatigue is not possibility, race is not possibility, so should we try something like half race, block, and then the 2-card attack, and then block with 2, and I don't know, you tell me. I got some luck with me to get to the top 8, but here we are. I'm still Finland's top 8 Levia player. Nevertheless, these potions, these were a nice idea from Mansant. I love this in Bravo deck. They're big grindy games, and this helps you to survive. It didn't help me to survive. I whiffed either way, so I used my Merchant's Hood, and then I whiffed. I got two whiffs in the turn, but these are great. You can play your blood depth off in the later game if you need to block with more card hands, or if you take damage from Crippling Crush. These are great. I understand why Mansant likes this. Pummel. This is something that I won't be giving up. These are something that, for example, if I would play against Briar, and this won me a game against Shane easily. Well, not easily. I can't say easily. He was tough Shane player, and it was the greatest match I had in the day. We were 1 HP both, and I forced him to 1 HP, so he had Husk on the banish, and I did too, but I could turn off my blood depth and he couldn't, so that was the game. But pummels are, because if you just play, I think if you just play Levia, and they just start to calculate, okay, he makes 14 damage or 12 damage a turn, and I make this one, so I can just put the damage out there. But these will just cripple the mat. I just bash with these when they do not block or something like that. They lose a card in hand, and I get the damage in, so that evens the odds, I would say. So I like the pummel. I'm not sure, did Mansant use the pummel? I'm not sure, but I love it. I use it almost in every matchup in my deck. Art of War, there's nothing to say why not to play it. It's just as great as Blood Rush Bellow. This gives so much flexibility in terms of blood depth. It gives go again, that's my favorite thing. yellow, it's instant. There are so many great things you can do with this. So Art of War is definitely something that will keep. And I got my hands on Command and Conquers. 3 is also in the, I think, always in the base deck. There's no reason why would I take them out. Tell me, why would I do that? Then the Brute cards. Wrecker Romp, blue. It's a blue, it's a 6, it's 3. That's the only reason it's there. There's nothing else to it. Beast Within. It goes nicely with the Blood Rush Bellow. I love it. And then there are discard effects that enemies do, so I just want to use these two if enemies are using pummels or something like that. I just love it. I can just surprise with these, and it's yellow, 6 and 3, so I don't know, I like them a lot, and they go well with the pulping. I know Monarch is trying to get rid of these, but as long as I'm playing gloves, this feels like great picks, or I don't know, maybe this would be great picks anyways, but 3 I think is maybe too much. So 2 is nice, 1 is too less and 3 is too much, so I used 2. That was something that I thought of, and it goes with Beast Within. The pulping has great synergy in this one, and it lets you do early aggressive plays, which is something that I seem to need in this tournament, but it doesn't have block, and I understand that it makes some matchups hard. Reckless Swing. I took these babies out for a while, but now they are back in. You cannot use 3 of these, because if you draw 2 of these in the end, that might cripple you, so you want to draw 1 and maybe something that blocks. Of course, this is a finisher, so this is damage that the enemy can't just prevent, so they don't want to be in 2 HP or even 4 HP if they saw Reckless Wing in your deck. Not high synergy in Levia at first, but great cost still. And then I just use red and yellow. Where are you guys? Red and yellow Hungering Slaughter Beasts. The red ones are something that are so great. I just love this card. The 7 damage for 2 is insane. The value on these are sometimes 3 cards. I finished the chain with this card. I only left to my hand this one and something to pay with this off, and then I just attacked chain with this, and he had the block with 3 cards, and then he died on the blood depth because I just blocked his turn. That was nice. Hungering Slaughter Beast, most valuable player in my team, I would say. I love it. Then there's the Dread Screamers. The yellow ones would be nice too. I understand Manson's point in there, but I use red and blues currently only. I like this card. It's not bad. I may try to haggle the yellow ones in on the, maybe to the thing below, maybe. Those were nice. But yeah, this just have so many synergy in the deck, and the go against 6 with 2 is great, and you make combos with Ghostly Visit and everything like that. But yeah, Convulsions from Hells Below. These are just great finishers, because they are blue, you pitch them to the end and just finish the enemy off, which is very important to learn how to finish enemies off with Levia, because you don't want to prolong the game when you have lots of blood depth. So Deep Rooted Evil, this one was new from Mansa. This didn't have much use in the tournament, but in proper matchups I can see why this is great card. You can just play it all over again from the Vanished Zone, which help you not to fatigue. But the damage output that I did to the Bravo, I just lost the whiff. Maybe I need or turn off blood depth cards in my deck. But I can understand if the game comes more longer, this just gives you advantage on cards. But he was half the deck there when I lost, so I had like 35 in my deck and he had like 50, 17, something like that. Deadwood Rumbler, blue. It's 6 and it's blue, that's why it's in the deck, but I can play this early games, so sometimes So this is not a bad card in that way either. It's 3 cost, but it's still 6 damage and nice effect. I want to put the red ones in too, but they don't have defense value, so that is a major drawback. I don't know if Mansant used Mark of the Beast currently. Not sure about this, but I like these cards. It's easy to turn off Blood Depth. It doesn't have risk in it. And you can balance if you start hitting early Blood Depth cards, you can balance this with Mark of the Beast and not fill your banished zone with big cards, but you can just fill them with these. Like, also this works great with, I think it's a bonus that when you discard this go to banish, because sometimes my Bloodrush Bellow turns don't have banish card or something like that, so the banish maybe, it helps you to make damage and you have the banish too. And it's 6 yellow, 2, 3, so there's 2, 2, 6, 3, so it's Valua card in every way. I love it. I use this one still. Endless Maw, these are my I said this on every card, but I love it. You can just block with 2 and have blue and this one in your hand, or this in arsenal and blue in your hand and block with 3 and make still 9 damage back, and they are like, that's a lot of damage. 3 of these. I don't know why would you play less than 3. Graveling Grows. I don't use the yellow ones. Maybe I should use 1 or something like that, but they don't fit in my deck. So that's why there is none currently. It doesn't seem consistent, but it is. And it has 7 damage with 1 resource. Yeah, I played against Jane and I made double of this. I think it was, I used only blue, then I used Art of War, go again, banished 6, so at the turn for 14 damage cost me 3 resources. That was insane. I like the Graveling Grows. They are nice. Boneyard Marauder. As long as I'm playing Klaus, the 1 resource cards as Boneyard Marauders are great. It gives flexibility. Bloodrush Bellow turns, so 1 cost 6. Great card. And of course, Writing Beast Hook. After Mansant said that these are great, he uses 3 of these, I think. But I think 3 seems too much, so I used only 2. I like this card, but I don't know if it's because some Mansant or something like that I took them off, but gladly he put them back in. I like this card. It's a great finisher. It's a 6, but it's a block food. It comes early. So that's my Levia top 8 deck in Finland. I don't know if this gave you more materials, but check out Mansant's video. He has more knowledge and more ideas and more wise on why he's playing which card. I would say this is Mansant's base deck, and I thank him for making this possible and making it possible for me to play the hero I like to play the most. But I hope I'll see you guys on my next video. Have a great day. Bye.